When I was 12 years old, my family lived in France. My father had a teaching assignment there. And it was the first opportunity we ever had to really observe grapevines and vineyards and learn anything about them. After the harvest, they actually cut all of the branches away, just down to the vine, sometimes just a little stub that comes out of the ground. And you'd almost think that they'd killed everything off. But the surprising thing is, the next spring, everything comes back to life. It sprouts new branches, and by summer, there's beautiful grapes again. So when I got back to Canada, I thought I would use this newfound knowledge on my grandmother's single grapevine. It had been growing in her garden for a long time, but I don't remember there ever being any grapes, and there were just a lot of big overgrown branches and leaves. And so one day I took a pair of garden shears, without telling her, and attacked that grapevine and cut it right back to just that little vine, that little stump out of the ground. Well, when Grandma found out, she was not too pleased. And in a scene maybe reminiscent of Genesis chapter 3, I was cursed and cast out of the garden for all eternity. My redemption came the following spring when out of that vine there were little branches that began to show. And by summer, there were actually grapes. And it was a sweet harvest. That fall, Grandma asked me if I would prune that vine again. In John chapter 15, Jesus says, "I am the true vine." And his listeners knew what he meant. The implications about who Jesus was and what that meant for their identity were clear to them. Life and fruitfulness is found in our connection with Jesus, the true vine. In this seventh and final I am statement, Rachel Pryor is going to look at the true vine as we continue to discover how the identity of Jesus changes the reality of who we are.